If you want to know how you can find a record company that will fit for you, all right, in the direction you want to go, then you can find out how coming up on the Music Money Makeover Show. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. My name is Casey Graham, and this is yet another episode of the Music Money Makeover Show. Look, if you haven't downloaded the Profit Maximization Checklist, download below, and the Musician's Guide to Self-Publishing #1, download below. All right, look, special announcement. I've been working on this album behind the scenes with two-time Grammy-winning legendary rap group Arrested Development. I've mixed a lot of records on this album. Yes, that's right, you heard it. Engineering. I still mix records, for those of you that do know me privately. And how I got my Grammys is that I mixed, all right? So, yes, I mixed these records. You can go take a listen if you want to hear my skills, and then I'll have links later down the line to my services, and I'll talk about some of my stories too. But Arrested Development drops September 25th. That's right, this Friday. The new album, Don't Fight Your Demons, comes out. It is a great, great, great project. Lots of colorful music, lots of messages, lots of heartfelt messages as well. It really dug in deep for me when I was working on the project, and so I want you all to go take a listen to that. You can take a listen in the link down below, okay? Anyway, we got to jump into today's topic. Today's topic is finding the record deal that is fit for you. Well, not the deal, but the label rather, okay? Now, this goes based off of your genre and your subgenre. And then you could have that sub of the subgenre if you want to get fancy with that to try to find that niche record label, if you will. Okay? Now, there are going to be 6 people. Yes, 6 people. I had it written down, right? I had to look down. 6 people in this video that we're going to go through so that you will connect yourself back to the record label which will be right for you. Now, message. Yes, I know Kanye put out a lot of things about record labels, and yes, I understand that all the stuff that he was talking about is true. However, we all need people to do certain things. You only get what you negotiate, okay? If you know what you're doing and you got faith in your attorney and you have a little bit of knowledge, you don't have to do what you don't want to do. It's only when you let the money get beside yourself and the money comes in and you get antsy and you start feeling like, oh, my artist advance is going to be great. But if you watch, I'll put it right here, the videos that I did on the artist advance and the artist royalty explained, I'll put the artist advance here. And then after that, I'll put the artist royalty explained here. If you understand that, you won't get so giddy about these record deals. You'll start to understand. But point is, sometimes we still need these record labels to handle business for us when we don't have the proper team, and you always get what you negotiate. Never let anyone pressure you into a deal, and always take home what you want. If it's not what you want, walk away. All right, so let's jump into the 6 people that will help you find your way to the record deal or record company that will be tailor fit for you in your choosing. All right, so number 1, we're going to choose the first person who naturally a lot of artists will choose to say, hey, can you send my stuff to this person, is the producer. All right, now the producer will be attached to a couple people, or quite a few. They have their connections laying out all over the place, whether it be A&Rs at record labels and promoters and you name it. People have a lot of connections with a lot of people, okay? Publishers alike and all that stuff. But the producer can directly get you to a few people. So they can get you to their attorney, all right, if you need an attorney. And I'll explain the attorney later down in the video. But the producer can get you to the attorney, and then they can also get you to the writer, and then they can also get you to their manager. These are the quickest people that you can pull from the producer. The attorney and the writers they're associated with, and the managers. Now, you want to choose producers that are based on the genre of music that you deal with. And you want to choose the top ones of the genre that it is you deal with and your subgenre, okay? You want to focus it. Don't say, I'm looking for a producer that produces hip hop music, but yet your subgenre is trap, or your subgenre is like vintage old school, or your subgenre is West Coast rap and you're dealing with the producer that produces trap and his connections or her connections over here. If you focus on your subgenre, find those people. If you're doing West Coast and you find your way to, I don't know, a DJ Quick or something, and you know somebody that knows DJ Quick and he can refer you to someone who's doing some new production on West Coast stuff, right? Or Dame Funk or somebody like that, right? Then that may work for you. Then that connection pool will make sense with what it is you're doing, all right? So we said the producer will go immediately to the attorney, and then you have the writers that work with that producer. Let's say you need some shaping up here, and then you have the publisher, and then you have the manager for the producer. All right, now, on the flip side, if you're not a rapper, you're a singer, you might not write your own stuff, or you might be looking for some collaboration. Collaborate with a writer. The writer can get you to, just like the producer, an attorney, because they have to have one, right? The attorney, then they can get you to the publisher, and then they can get you to their manager. Now, why haven't I said the label in all of this? That's because all of these other people are connected to the label, all right? Now, let's get into the third person. Third person is the attorney, all right? So now the attorney is pretty much the gatekeeper at this point. And then the record label goes out this way and you can find your choosing, but the attorney is right here. We can make a triangle, put the attorney there, and we go out and we have everybody else on the bottom. All right, like an hourglass. The attorney sits right there in the middle. All right, they will negotiate the deals and dictate out the connections. All right, so you gotta have a good attorney, one with some experience. I like to have a plethora of attorneys to do different things for me, so that, you know, I don't have to rely on one attorney. All right, so that attorney, like I said, can get you directly to the record label. Attorneys are in the business to close deals. That is what they do. All right, period. They close deals.
Message.
So if you're looking for something and you've got your ducks in a row, this is going to be the next level of people from the attorney on down will be, hey, I got my stuff together now. I'm ready to go. Not to say that you shouldn't have it together with the producer and the writer, but by the time you get to the attorney, you want to make sure you kind of have your stuff together, right? Before you go back, if you haven't had any contracts, because they're going to hit you with the contracts. They're going to ask you what you want to do. They're going to say, hey, you need some contracts for this and that to get all this in order. You got to have the contracts in order before you hit the record label, because there's going to be a lot of exchanging going on here, all right? So if we're not exchanging stuff on paper, it's not going to look right to the record label. Businesses do business with business. All right, businesses. All right, so businesses do business with businesses. I wanted to make sure I said that right. So the attorney is the gatekeeper. So who's on the other side? Well, the other side of this is the A&R of these labels. Now, the attorneys talk to the A&Rs, the producers talk to the A&Rs, and the writers talk to the A&Rs. All right, producers got publishing deals with A&Rs, and then they can ship that. They can cross talk to the record label A&Rs and to the publisher A&Rs. All right, so that's why I said the producer goes to the publisher, because they're gonna have a deal with them first before the record label. Okay, but the A&R at the specific label that you're looking at can also take a listen to your stuff. But when you cross paths with the label A&R, you want to make sure that you got your stuff together. I mean, EPKs. These are my numbers. I've sold this much. I do hard ticket sales here. This is my merch. All of this stuff, right? I'm still doing shows. I'm not lacking in anything. I just need a boost. You gotta come to the label A&R with your game tight and together, all right? That label A&R will connect you to the vice president of A&R and to the president of the label, which actually has to say that they approve the signing off of this artist, all right, which attaches an A&R to you, but that's another video for another day, all right? So the next person out of this bunch will be the publisher, okay? You gotta have your stuff together with the publisher, because they're the same. They're the same as the label, but they're just another company. They may not be as harsh to you, but dealing with that publisher, the publisher, just like the attorney, wants to close deals on songs as well. So if you come in saying, hey, this is what I've done, I'm working on this album, but I think I need a record deal for this album, the publisher is going to say, hey, look, I think you do too, because they know if the publisher says, I think you need a record deal, the publisher will go shop your stuff to the record label the same way an attorney will. Publishers and attorneys want to close deals. A&Rs want to close deals. These are the deal closers right here. The publisher only makes money when the master makes money. If the master recording isn't making any money, the publisher isn't making any money, and nobody wants to be in that boat.
Message!
So these people will want to close the deals for you, which in turn the publisher will say, hey, I think you're a great fit for this record label. Let's walk you right on over to this record label right over here, and then we're gonna do a deal. We're gonna grab this attorney and we're gonna negotiate. That's the way you're gonna find a record label that will be fit for you. All right, I didn't say it was gonna be great. I said it was gonna be fit for you. Okay, so I just want you to understand, I know a lot of you all are scared of record labels, but sometimes we need staffing, and then it's just the higher you move up in the ranks, when you get to the point where you need a record label is where you decide what I will and won't do. All right, and that's also a conversation for another video. So anyway, make sure you check out the new Arrested Development album coming out on September 25th. That's right, this week, this Friday. Don't Fight Your Demons. It will be across all platforms everywhere. And then also, make sure that you all download the Profit Maximization Checklist below. Make sure you download the Musician's Guide to Self-Publishing #1 below. And then like, comment, and subscribe on this video. All right, I gave you all not so much a teaching moment, but I gave you a lot of game so you know where stuff is. All right, it's going to take you a while to work up to these connections, but now you're not going in looking at these connections, you know, trying to, you know, just shoot in the dark with it, not looking like crazy or boo-boo the fool when you come across these people. All right, so you kind of got your ducks in a row when you get ready to do these things here. All right, anyway, that's been today's show. I will see you all next week. Peace.